The halls of Amenti is the ultimate hall of mirrors, the realm of the great illusion that is only passable by knowledge and wisdom. After passing the halls of Amenti, one is able to free themselves from the lower realms and start ascending higher. This is exactly what's happening. Your entire experience here has been a giant mirror reflecting back to you the dualistic aspects of your consciousness that you had to resolve, that we had to collectively resolve before finding each other and moving upwards into higher states. He who by progress has grown from the darkness, lifted himself from the night into light, free is he made of the halls of Amenti. This is what we're doing right now. We've grown from the darkness, and now our heart energy is circulating right now to reconnect her children so we can awake from these halls and begin our ascensional process. We as living souls are being held in the womb of our mother, the divine mother goddess Sophia, who is the embodiment of wisdom. This is why the word matrix stems from the old French word matrice, meaning womb. This comes from the Latin mater, meaning mother. But unlike the movie suggests, the matrix is not evil or parasitic. This system, this third dimensional realm we've been in, extracts energy from us, but only when we're in a state of dualism, when we cut ourselves off from our collective divine nature. Therefore, the Mama plays tricks on us in order to teach us which state of consciousness is required in order to ascend. The Holy Grail is a vessel of spiritual illumination. It contains a mystery that is locked within all of us. It is not an object like the myths say. This object is an allegory for the container of the heart, through which one becomes conscious of the infinite light of unity, love, and of the creative potential that lies dormant within all of us, awaiting to be awakened. The sine wave is oscillating, and we use this wave often to explain the so-called natural state of things. The sine wave represents ebb and flow, birth and death, growth and decay. The Bible states that we are born into sin because of what Eve in the Garden of Eden did. She ate from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, and therefore all of her descendants carried the same fate as her, being banished from the paradisal garden. This story is revealing to us what happened to the living souls of Asgard. We experimented with dualism, knowing good and evil, and therefore the state we have been in mirrors this decision. We're only here because we split ourselves into this shadow land, descended from our original etheric bodies into dense physical ones, descending into Saturn. In Greek mythology, the god Cronus was the name used for Saturn. Cronus was the god of time. He is Father Time. His scythe is the same one the Grim Reaper carries, because they are the same being. It is only in time that birth and death can occur, and therefore the Grim Reaper comes to all who expire. It's no coincidence that the Roman god Saturn carries the scythe. And the name Satan is the late Latin version of the word Saturn. So when we say we're in the belly of the beast, this means we are in Satan's world, in the confines of time, the confines of sin, the sine wave. So obviously when we're split apart, when we don't realize and recognize and take advantage of the fact that spirit and matter are intertwined, that internal creates the external, that it is all connected, this is when we need to set up a past and a future, because we cannot just be in the now. We have to move in a seemingly linear fashion. We will be seeing drastic changes in the way we experience what we think of as time, until we finally realize that everything is happening in the eternal now. This entire reality is nothing more than a charade, an illusory circuit. To wake up from this dream, from this projection, we can leave the circuit, enter the event horizon, leaving the illusory confines of Father Time by achieving singularity. The Philosopher's Stone was the key to success in the ancient art of alchemy. Not only was it said to be able to transmute lead into gold, but was the universal solvent, which dissolved every substance immersed in it and immediately extracted its quintessence or active essence. The Philosopher's Stone was not only the key to transforming base metals into gold, but also held the secret to eternal life and spiritual perfection as well. Since the stone could turn base metal into incorruptible gold, it could similarly transform humans from mortal beings into immortal beings, corruptible into incorruptible beings. According to the art, whoever holds the Philosopher's Stone can unlock the secrets of reality. The Philosopher's Stone is our true nature. The stories of the Philosopher's Stone have been encoding what it actually is. Again, it was said to turn the mortal into the immortal. And as I've been explaining, the 0 point of the microcosmic toroidal field of us is endlessly connected to the 0 point of the macrocosmic toroidal field of this flat realm, what we title the North Pole, where the aurora borealis comes from. This is the place, this is the spark of creation in which, when we enter it, we leave this mortal existence and become immortal. This is why the Alexandrian alchemist Zosimos once said, "Receive this stone which is not a stone, a precious thing that has no value, a thing of many shapes that has no shape, this unknown which is known by all." The power of the Philosopher's Stone to transform anything lies in its fundamental ability to connect through all levels of above and below, spirit and matter, light and darkness. The stone is said to exist in the formative realm between energy and matter, suspended in the twilight between what exists and what does not exist. This has to be the 0 point, the center of the toroidal field, the center of the flower of life. This is where all creation emerges from, where there is no separation of spirit and matter. One of the most common descriptions of the stone is that it's dark red in color, just like the heart. It was shaped like a common irregular stone, just like the heart of ourselves is the heart of this realm, is the Philosopher's Stone. This is where we shall return to. Anything into religions, dogmas, anything propelled by fear, it all becomes irrelevant once the state of duality is abolished and the black and white sun fuse together. We are the 144,000 of the 12 tribes of Israel who were supposedly lost. When we break down this word Israel, we're looking at Isis, Ra, and El. Isis is the mother goddess. Ra, as most know, is the sun, and El is the demiurge, this entire construct we're in. But these three seemingly separate entities will dissolve into each other once again, and the 12 tribes will be one.